Welcome back, rankers. It's that time of year again, getting a little bit excited, I've got to tell you. But enough of that. I want to talk to you today about what a lot of people are saying is the only thing you have to worry about with SEO. Like a lot of people say, don't worry about anything to do with SEO except for creating great content. That's only half right. Yes, you've got to create good content. In fact, this jump that you can see here, this 77% increase in traffic from Google, and I've gone from 9,000 to 17,000 per week for this client has come from content. But prior to that, we were working on a lot of other things. We were working on things like the quality of the experience for the user, and by that I mean, getting rid of things like duplication, getting rid of things like duplicate page titles, all that sort of stuff. And so, whilst getting your content is ongoing, the most important thing you can do, there's a lot of stuff that you've got to do up front. And here is a case in point. This viewer, I'm sorry, can't pronounce your first name. But they've asked, hey, can you do a review on our site? So, yeah, sure. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through here and I'm going to site : www.risen.com.au, which is their main site. But then if I go and do it without the WWs, which is sometimes helpful to do, you can see there I've got 1150 with the WWs. And I do it without the WWs, and I got 1170. So I got a discrepancy between WWW and non-WWW. So then I throw a robot over or a crawler over it, and I can see here I've got some without the W, some with the W. So I'm guessing that the site is pretty much duplicated, or it's replicated. And you can see we've got a variety of domains. Now the problem with that is that we've got essentially two sites. And so it creates not only duplication within the domain itself, where you might have one page appearing at WW and the same page appearing on non-WW. It's also basically just bad practice. It's not good for the user to be at WWW and then all of a sudden be at the non-WWW. It doesn't scream out, hey, this is a secure, wonderful experience. Anything that you think might be a bad experience, just get rid of. You don't have to go and worry about looking up what Google says about it. Just get rid of it, and you'll find that will fix things. Now, the first thing that we see after that is that we've got here the page title of the homepage is by designer furniture and home decor online. Now, if you want to rank for that, if you want to get traffic from that, if you think that's a valuable phrase, that's great to have in your page title. My guess is, though, that it's not a very valuable phrase to have in your page title. You want to put something in there like maybe designer furniture or home decor, but not by designer furniture and home decor online. That's not a good phrase to rank for. When I go through and just look at some of these page titles, I can see also that we're getting sort of a repetition down here where we're seeing the brand get replicated at the start of all these page titles. Once again, if you're not ranking for the brand, there's a problem there, right? So you don't need it in your page title. Sometimes it's good to have in your page title if your brand relates to your keywords. So let's say you're trying to rank for oranges and your brand name is Oranges Are Us. Well, sure, it makes sense to have Oranges Are Us in your page title, but I still wouldn't have it at the start of the page title like it's been done here. I would put it at the end of the page title if you think it's worth having in your page titles, and then make sure you put this phrase, which is the main phrase to do with the page, at the start of the page title. And the reason that's good for a search engine and it's good for the user is you can see exactly quickly what the page is about, because the page title is in the search results, and it tells the user and the search engines exactly what they're going to get about the page, all right? So that's why it's important to have early in a page title, because it gives it more emphasis. So the earlier these things are in the page titles, the URLs, all those sorts of things, then the better it is for ranking, because it's a better signal to say if it's early in the page title, it's more important. Basically, that's it. When I go and have a look at the actual crawl, and you can see we've got some of these page titles that There's ones that I'll just sort by page title, but you can see how you got that repetition between, decorate. There's right there. You can see there's something wrong there. There's we're at www and we're at non-www. So for this site, it's replicated. It's a duplicate of itself, and you can see it right there. It's fairly stark, and that's what all these are here. Probably, I don't know, that's different as well. But if I had to say, what's the one thing that I would fix on this particular site? It would be that. It would be getting everything at the wwws or at the non-wwws, one or the other. I wouldn't have both because they're both doing what's called a 200 OK, meaning that both, they're saying to the world, hey, you can use either site. Doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. It matters for the search engines, and it actually matters for the user as well. So make a decision on which one you want to rank for and which one you want to put on all your branding and everything else. Me, I'm not a fan of the wwws. We don't have a www. Everything just redirects to the root domain. So that would be, if I had to do one thing, that would be the thing I would do. And then I would go and have a look at some of these pages and try to get one of them ranked just by doing the things that we always talk about, like getting, let's just say Jasper buffer. Ooh, see? Right here we've got inconsistencies as well. We're calling this a Jasper buffet, and we've got Jasper buffet up here, but the page title actually says Jasper buffer. So just little typos like this, these little inconsistencies, it's not that they're hurting your rankings, it's just that they're not helping. So you don't want to rank for Jasper buffer, right? You want to rank for Jasper buffet. Well, you get that early in the title. And then if you have a look here, you make sure this is a H1, so I'll just double check that. Yes, that's a H1, that's great. And you make sure you talk more about it. See, for me, I would want more content, more product description on this page. I want to know more about it. Where's it from? Who made it? The reason I want that is because it's going to give more words and it's going to look like a higher quality page. This sort of stuff you don't want happening. You've got double breadcrumbs here. That's kind of, it's noisy, it's spammy. Once again, it's a low quality signal. So anything like that where you look at it and you go, that's not great for the user, then get rid of it. So stuff like that. The other thing too that you have done well here, and I'll look not on this particular product, but a lot of e-commerce sites, if there's a multiple there's different colours that you can get a particular product in, quite often you'll select a different colour and it'll go to a different page. That's not a great way to do it. You're better off having it just not keeping on the same page and allowing the code and the pages to adjust based on the colour selection, or the shopping cart to adjust based on the colour selection. If, for instance, we had Jasper buffet -purple, Jasper buffet -blue, we're going to have a lot of very, very similar pages, and it's going to look duplicate and a little bit spammy, so you don't want to do that. We've had really good boosts for e-commerce sites in situations where we've taken those multiple versions of a product and put it all into a single page. So it's good for the user and it's also good for the search engines because it distills, if you like, or it focuses that particular content onto one page rather than across 4 or 5 different versions of itself. And that is it for this week's show. Hopefully that's helpful, and go Roos!